These 8 wills, these disturbers of serenity, miserable, wretched. Their purgation would be simple. Wills, emotions. Purgation is the ruler with a will. It shall be done. Unto the wretched vessel, its will and its emotion shall be revealed to purgation.
Where am I? Have I arrived?
Hey! Hey, you!
Huh? Who are you?
Not all flowers grow in this world. Some grow beyond the blue, and I am one such flower. Gaze upon me in awe and reverence, for I am... I'm tired of this. Who are you supposed to be?
No, who are you?
I've just made a hypothesis. I'll do you a favor and reveal it.
Huh?
You've come here from another dimension. Or another world, or whatever you want to call it. Here are the 3 bases for my conjecture. First, there's your appearance. A single glance reveals that you're not from Isunia. There's also no way that I could be unacquainted with someone of your social class, which is evidenced by the quality of the cloth and adornments that you're using. But the way you act is downright bizarre. And more than anything else, that spell, or should I say technique or method, I've never seen anything quite like it. But at any rate, it's what brought you here. To think there could be a type of magic I don't know? How preposterous! An uncommon appearance, incomprehensible behavior, and an impossible means of movement. My conclusion is, therefore, that you do not live in this world or dimension. Am I incorrect?
Who is this girl supposed to be? No sooner does she fall from the sky than she starts bending my ear.
Silence is the beginning of affirmation.
Who on earth are you?
Why are you asking me a second time? There's a way that things are done, and now it's time to exchange names.
Ah, I see.
My name is Eleanor Gloria. I am the Marshal of the Magus Covenant, and the greatest mage in all Isunia. Who are you?
I'm Isabelle.
Compared with my introduction, yours has a pronounced dearth of information. Is this your first time introducing yourself to another person? Or perhaps in your world, this is simply the way that things are done. In that case, I too will...
I'm a palatial mage. I'm from another world, just as you said.
I figured as much, since I'm typically correct. Next then, allow me to conduct an experiment based on my hypothesis.
Does that girl really believe that I'm from another world? I can't say I understand her, but this works well enough. Do you know of Nexus? I'm pursuing her.
What a handful you are. Did I not just tell you that there's a way things are done?
What's the meaning of this?
I don't believe in gods, but if I were to make a rhetorical flight of fancy, I'd say that it's a heavenly blessing to be able to experience another world's magic. A one-of-a-kind opportunity, so to speak. You seem capable of using magical powers whose character is similar to ours, though not wholly identical. What do you use as a catalyst, and what do you cast? This is terribly fun.
Why all of this so suddenly?
Heaven doesn't send a signal before it sends a blessing. This shouldn't be so bad from your perspective anyway, seeing as how my magic's this world's best. I'm a worthy flower indeed.
Why all of this so suddenly?
I am the cosmic flower. I'll display my incomparable worth.
Recognize this card? I've been on a roll!
Let me share my wisdom.
Commence experiment.
For those who cast in my name!
Ah, what a crowd!
Let me share my wisdom.
You're done for.
For those who cast in my name, I'll put you to the test. So it was you, after all. Try and die. Be seated and let the magic happen. Was I too easy on myself?
No! Let's ring in a miracle.
You'll burn for this!
My name's Lou. It's short for Lou. I've got to win. Can you handle this? No crying. No looking back. Loud. What secrets are locked in this tome? That's fascinating. Preposterous!
Let us learn about magic.
Let's ring in a miracle!
There will be no homework. My masterpiece is complete.
Lightning storm! Too loud!
Unbelievable!
A prophecy for you.
Behold the true form of this world.
I'm shocked! It won't be long now.
Intention and reveal thyself.
I'm going home!
Me lose? Why, never! Me giving up? Why, never! Reveal thyself.
This girl is incredible. How can she draw so much power simply by reading a grimoire? And this magic of hers seems to be interfering with gravity. All that by herself without even voicing a single spell.
All right, I think I've got it. Allow me to summarize. Your magic is fascinating. You inhale magic from the air, relay it through your body, and then form magic circles, whereupon your magic circles calculate the output and activate. That much I understand, but nothing any deeper is clear. And that's why it's fascinating. To be frank, I'm flabbergasted. To think that there is actually a form of magic that surpasses my understanding. However, the most fascinating thing of all is you yourself. You were immediately able to grasp my magic and then resist. Given a few seconds, you'd likely have broken my gravity, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that far ahead, but...
Perhaps fascinating isn't the most fitting expression, because my impartial interest is turning to goodwill.
Huh?
Isabelle, you must join the Magus Covenant. We welcome you. You're likely unable to understand, but membership in our guild is a supreme honor. Once you've understood, you'll thank me. Now come on!
Oh, wait! Don't pull! Where are we going?
Where else? No matter how great your power might be, you don't know everything about this world. I'll show you around. Come on, this way.
Stop pulling!
We must hurry, Isabelle. Today is sure to be an especially busy day. Isabelle, I have very little interest in phenomena that have already been explained. I'm therefore going to proceed with a summary explanation. You have set foot in the capital of the land of Isunia. I doubt that facts such as its population or area are of interest to you, so allow me to focus on the most pronounced characteristics. First, the canals. These have been dug all throughout the capital, and they serve as our primary means of transportation. The water in the canals also contains a slight amount of magic. Look!
You're right. It's glimmering.
It's this magic that allowed Isunia to outcompete the other lands. Isunia's waters are, in a manner of speaking, the land's circulatory system. Next, the guilds. Isabelle, is the land you were in before a monarchy?
Yes, the state was ruled by one person.
Isunia is a rather different sort of place. The ruler here is not a single person, but rather 5 guilds.
Guilds? As in professional organizations?
Yes, that sort of thing. I'll spare you the details. All you need to remember now is the Magus Covenant, the guild that I am in charge of.
The Magus Covenant?
Yes, our guild conducts research day in and day out. It's a truly wonderful thing. Magic wielders, be noble is our motto.
Oh, so you're working for the progress of this land?
No, that's not it. This land's progress doesn't interest me at all.
What? But this guild is ruling the land, isn't it?
I was simply able to find my place at the top on account of having power. This land couldn't mean less to me.
Then what is it you're doing?
Research, naturally. Our mission is to refine our interests with knowledge and carry out our moral duties. Politics and governance are jobs for the people.
I see. There seems to be something honest in the way that she only thinks about herself. It's a bit frightening, but...
Is that anything to be surprised about? Your magic has a scent reminiscent of my own.
You're right. It shouldn't be a surprise. I did everything possible to bring Kyle back to life. Threw everything away. Friends didn't matter to me, and neither did the crown.
My explanation is now complete. Do you have any questions?
Questions? Well... Ah! What is that?
Is that supposed to be one of your questions?
Just answer me!
That's a pseudo-organism, typically referred to as a magical life form. Its body is made by mixing the water of Isunia with mystical twigs, pure silver, and honey, and then instilling the mixture with magic.
You're certainly knowledgeable. Is that to say that these magical life forms are common in this town?
It's not as if they're always here. It's only when we conduct experiments and aren't able to obtain the desired results that they appear. One might call them badges of failure. Accordingly, their lives are ephemeral things of just a few hours long. If we were to find specimens that could abide for longer, we might be able to develop them, but alas...
It's coming this way!
Magical life forms want life energy. It's perhaps only natural that they attack other living things in order to absorb them.
Only natural? What are you saying?
Even if it does succeed in absorbing you, you'll merely feel tired for a bit. There's no real harm. They're very sticky though, and I rather dislike that. I'm therefore going to prepare for attack. What about you?
Me? What do you think? What's going on? You don't stand a chance.
Looking for a reason?
Screw you.
Be seated and let the magic happen.
You're done for.
Magic requires a wand? Pish posh. Was I too easy on myself?
Recognize this card? I've been on a roll! Oh, what a crowd!
Behold the true form of this world.
Let's play! Ooh, you're a big fella.
I have seen thy truth.
Secrets are locked in this tome.
It won't be long now.
That's fascinating. No way! The greatest mystery awaits.
Let's get this concert rolling! Tap your feet to the beat! May the forest be at peace.
Hey, let's play! Hey, let's play!
As master wishes.
I wander in the middle. Drown in the dark.
Cards, heed my will!
Bon voyage.
I'm gonna rest for a bit.
That one seems more vigorous than previous specimens. Yes, my apprentices and guild are great indeed. Even as they stand at the world's apex, they continue to grow.
I don't want to make assumptions, but you make it sound as if that creature is your work.
Of course not. If I were to make it, it wouldn't have turned out like that.
Oh?
It's the product of my apprentices.
Isn't that the same thing? So the purpose of your guild is to create monsters?
Of course not. The perfection of pseudo-organisms is but one of our many plans.
Huh.
The Magus Covenant's purpose, no, I should say my purpose, is to turn the world upside down.
Turn the world upside down?
To transform mysteries into masteries, and the impossible to the possible.
And why is that what you want?
That's just the way I was born.
Huh. Why? This girl is talking madness, and yet for some reason I find myself drawn into her eyes.
Isabelle, you have one too, don't you? Some sort of goal?
Well, yes. I have a goal of sorts too. No, I should say I had one. Now I'm not so sure.
Then it would suit us to work together. To fulfill our goals and to find new goals. You're sure to grow at any rate. And above all, you entertain me. I'll never have another chance to meet a mage from another world. I can't allow this opportunity to slip away.
So you mean to say that you'd like to use me as an instrument in your experiments?
I meant to communicate that in a roundabout way.
Then you did a terrible job.
That's what I get for stepping out of my comfort zone.
I don't know whether she can be trusted. She might even get in my way. But there's no denying this girl's power. And then there's what she says. Turn the world upside down. If she were to do that, then Kyle and I would...
Eleanor, we have a problem on our hands.
Is it them?
Yes, ma'am. Due to some carelessness on our part.
Failure is one of experimentation's many children. What need is there to apologize? I'll go see things for myself.
I beg your pardon.
What is it now? I'm going to step away for a bit, Isabelle.
That's fine.
Curious what's going on? It's just taking care of the everyday stuff, the nuts and bolts. I've already committed the scent of your magic to memory, so feel free to wander anywhere in the capital. I'll return soon.
That girl is quite the little cyclone. I came here to find Nexus. That was my little goal. But Eleanor Gloria, the Magus Covenant. If they can really turn the world upside down, then maybe there's a chance they could do something for Kyle. She said that I could go anywhere, but I have nowhere to go. I have no idea what to do.
You're weird.
Luna!
It's you.
Luna, you're here in this world too. Come to think of it, it was a bit odd that none of the others were here. We did all leap to this world together.
Yes, as long as nothing interferes. Let's go.
Could something really have interfered?
I've gotta go.
Wait, Luna! Where is it you're going?
All there is this guy, so I'm going with him.
This guy? He looks harmless enough, but for some reason something doesn't feel right. Luna, you should come with me then. That way... Ah! What was that? Did he cast some sort of magic? It didn't seem like that. No. If I don't put up a fight, he'll stomp all over me. Are we going to do this?
Might as well. See,
I just woke up, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to take it easy on you.
No, please stop. She's my...
Stand back, Luna. I can just tell that he's dangerous. So this is what I have to do.
No, please stop. Don't fight.
Out of my way.
That old man's not a bad guy. This little dude's really shy. There you go. They're so cute when they hop. No! Hey, that hurt! No!
May death be majestic.
No!
Buzz off.
There is nothing to
Heed my will.
Make your offer to the Reaper.
Card powers activate! No!
Be seated and let the magic happen.
You're done for.
Magic requires the wand? Pish posh.
Life does what I say. Want to play? Life, death, I make them both! Big souls, they're where it's at. Unbelievable! Now what's the walking back?
It won't be long now.
I'm full. Prepare yourself!
Make your offer to the Reaper.
They're so cute when they hop. No!
Magic is nothing if not superlative.
This ends here.
Magic requires the wand? Pish posh.
Hey, that hurt! No!
Show me your death.
Secrets are locked in this tome. Ow!
A wand? Pish posh.
Luna, stay out of the way. That man is dangerous.
But
Try this on for size. Ugh! Who is this man? No matter how much I throw at him, he just won't go down. He doesn't even have a scratch.
Your magic's not from this world. You must be the same as Luna.
You're through!
So you weren't trying to challenge me then? Sorry about that.
You're kidding. I was hitting you with everything that I had.
You want to come along?
And where do you suggest we go?
That... I haven't decided.
I'm afraid I have to say no then.
All right. Well, take care then.
Luna, do you really have to stay together with that person?
I don't know. He's just really nice.
I know I shouldn't be worrying about Luna, but still.
So you weren't trying to challenge me then? Sorry about that.
He's not a human. He's some sort of monster. I've never seen anything like it before. Eleanor Gloria, that man. They're the people that make up this other world. If I were able to have even a fraction of their power, then... Kyle, can I still wish for you? Poor Luna. How long is she going to...
My poor sense of time is one of my few faults. I owe you an apology, Isabelle.
Ah! Don't just pop out in front of me like that!
That, Isabelle, is what I should be saying to you.
What?
This teleportation technique utilizes the magic that cycles through Isunia's ley lines, and the magic that circles through its canals. The departure points and arrival points are therefore fixed. One might call them gondolas. In other words, my movement was not mere happenstance, but rather an inevitability. That was not the case for you, though. Your movement was happenstance through and through. That's why you struck my interest and drew me here from beyond the heavens.
That wasn't my magic. It was something else.
My analysis of that matter is already complete. When we fought just a bit ago, I came to an ample understanding of your magic's character.
Ah, I see.
Let's put that aside, though. The thing that's demanded of us now is speed. Only rapid action is able to open new paths into the future. Let's get going.
Going? You mean go to your guild?
Yes. This more or less amounts to an order, but it's also a certain sort of proposition. I say that because the topic of conversation would benefit you greatly.
How can you say that sort of thing?
Because you're a mage. Every mage is driven by something, and every mage is searching for something. The Magus Covenant is able to provide a proper outlet for that drive and that search.
Let me ask you then.
Yes?
Are you able to bring the dead back to life? Not as spirits or as undead, but fully back to life. Can you do that?
What do you consider full? The recreation of all constituent elements without a single one missing? Would it be enough to simply have the full soul or the flesh?
The soul. I should be able to create some sort of flesh to serve as a vessel. If we were able to summon his soul without causing it to deteriorate.
So to recapitulate, we'd like to enclose a person's soul in a medium highly reminiscent of that person without causing any deterioration to the soul. That is a serious challenge.
That's correct. I've attempted necromancy plenty of times, but all that came of it were specters with a passing resemblance to Kyle.
It's likely that you were unable to draw the correct soul close to you. They are extremely difficult to work with. Even I'm unable to bind the soul of a specific person to a specific place. However, let me summarize. If it's not a perfect recreation of the flesh that you demand, there should be no limit to the possibilities. For instance, rather than dominating the soul as a necromancer, one might offer a dance as a shaman. That might also draw the soul near, not all at once, but piece by piece.
You're right. If we were to try that...
Isabelle, Nay, we make the impossible possible. The instant that you met me, Eleanor Gloria, the impossible became possible.
All right. Thank you.
There's no need for expressions of gratitude, for we certainly both stand to gain something from this arrangement. What should we do then? I'd like your input.
If I were to say no, you'd just take me along anyway, wouldn't you?
Of course. I can put out 1, perhaps 2,000 times the magic you can.
Well, I'm not going to say no. I agree to go.
That's a very convoluted way to put things. Now let's proceed.
If I'm able to steal even a bit of her extraordinary magical power, I might be able to see Kyle again. I thought that I should give up. But if there's even the littlest bit of hope, I don't want to let it slip away.
Ah, yes. There was one thing that I almost forgot to say. Welcome, Isabelle. This is Isunia, home of shimmering dew and guilds. This cosmic flower will serve as your guide. Incidentally, Isabelle, I've noticed some exhaustion in your magic. Why might that be? Did something happen while I was away?
I'm not quite sure how to explain, but this odd man appeared and I fought him.
Odd man?
Yes, there was something gloomy about him, and he had a sort of monstrous presence.
Ah, that must be Nicola Adele.
You know him then?
He's known to all. That man is worthy of being named in the same breath as the Magus Covenant. Here, to the left, Isabelle.
Got it. In that case, he must be a guild leader too.
That's correct. Our tastes, however, are a bit different. The Order of Blade Rights has several hundred members and Escamali, 50. The membership numbers of Counter Solari are unknown, and the Magus Covenant is composed of 30-some members. The Forbidden Guild Nicola Adele, on the other hand, is made up of but a single person. That is to say that he is the guild marshal and the very guild itself.
Is that even possible?
Certainly it seems ridiculous, but there's no denying that it's fact. His single-handed power is comparable to that of any of the other 4 guilds. That means, however, that my interest in you grows only greater. To think that you could fight against Nicola Adele without suffering any serious wounds.
He didn't seem to be very passionate.
That's how he always is. He is uncombative, and yet he destroys. It's for that reason that he's referred to as forbidden, as the one who must not be disturbed.
Oh, a magical life form!
You're quick on the uptake. This is yet another piece of the Magus Covenant's wisdom, but there's no reason for concern. This beast wouldn't simply go on a rampage for no reason. I'm back, and I have a guest. Prepare to welcome her.
Welcome back, Eleanor. The preparations are already complete.
Very well. Do you dislike tea, Isabelle? It's not as if it makes a difference if you do, but nonetheless...
You don't need to ask then. Tea will be fine.
Point taken. I will accompany the guest. The rest I'll leave to you.
Very well, ma'am. Please, make yourself at home. We will be proceeding with the magical experiments.
This lab is huge, but it's so well put together. Almost everything here seems new.
A messy environment causes needless delays with the experiments. Only in the proper soil can the flowers of research bloom. Ah, please have a seat there.
Thank you.
Sugar?
I'm fine.
There's no need to hold back. Sprinkle it in and gulp it up.
This sugar is all stuck together.
You're certainly very picky. Allow me to ask you once again, Isabelle, how you came to this world. The Keeper Nexus, and a world put to sleep.
In order to revive our world, we hunted down Nexus and jumped to this world.
So, is Nexus here? No, there's no way that she could be. According to what you've said, Nexus is incapable of disguising herself as a common person.
Yes, unless, that is, she has some sort of power that we don't know about.
Then perhaps you should jump to the next world. You don't have any use for this one.
That's not exactly right. It seems that there are lessons for me to learn here, and I still haven't managed to reunite with the others.
You all wanted to cross together even though your goals and ideas were different?
About that.
What name did you have for that again? Friendship. Oh, or was it trust? It seems like an inefficient way of doing things. To meet me at a time such as this was truly a stroke of good fortune for you. If that bunch had picked you up, you'd be in no position to be thinking about Nexus now.
What are you talking about?
The drums of war have been beating in this land of late. If you'd joined any guild other than the Magus Covenant, you'd have been swept up into combat.
War? Are you shipping out again, Kyle? It's dangerous. You could die.
Sorry, Isabelle, but my comrades are fighting out there. I need to be there with them.
Why? What for?
It's hard to say, but the preparations are already underway. Fortunately, we're not involved, so there's nothing to concern yourself with.
I beg your pardon for the intrusion. We have a visitor, Eleanor. How would you like me to proceed?
Who is it? Escamali?
Precisely.
Let them in. The guest and I will take care of them.
I come to you as the scales of balance. I do hope you're well, Eleanor Gloria.
Unfortunately, you've ruined my mood at this very moment.
I'm here on an investigation initiated by the Order of Blade Rights. Please, allow me to ask you 2 or 3 questions.
No. As you can see, I'm in the middle of tea. If there's something you'd like to ask, Isabelle will answer you.
Me?
Yeah, but keep quiet and answer him with magic.
I don't have any intention to fight.
Very well. Let the inquiry begin.
Huh?
I saw what you were capable of doing. But I need some sort of objective proof. And besides, I'm enjoying my tea. This is you, Isabelle.
Really now? If I do this, it'll be enough, right?
Yes, that's all you need to do. Seeing that you're now a member of the Magus Covenant, I hope that you won't embarrass us in battle.
You're so pushy.
Allow me to ask you some questions. For the balance of Isunia.
You don't stand a chance.
Let the mist wrap around you.
May you rest in peace.
Let's bring in a miracle!
Recognize this card?
You're done for.
Heading for the finale! The mist is scattering.
I've been on a roll!
Look at you. You're hurt.
Place your faith in my blade.
Maybe this would work.
What would you do without me?
Oh, what a crowd!
Divine punishment.
Visible or not, the stars always shine.
How are you finding this?
On to a glimmering morrow.
Be seated and let the magic happen.
Godsworn wall. Unmoving shield. I've been beaten.
Still, I'll sparkle on.
What? Pish posh. This holy fragment.
Do not even fathom touching.
Someday, the true
Recognize this card?
It won't be long now.
Magic requires a wand? Pish
How
posh.
troubling.
This battle's over. I don't know what you're thinking, but it's time to quit.
You're right. But I don't know how I'm going to face Marlone after this.
Tell him that we're not responsible, and neither are the Order of Blade Rights. It was all a simple accident. If there's a price that must be paid for the accident, the Magus Covenant will pay in the form of a donation.
All right. In that case, there's no issue.
Now scram.
Yes, I shall. I'll smooth things out with the Order of Blade Rights, so you needn't worry.
My oh my, they'd never just get to the point.
Who was that anyway?
Oh, it was Escamali. They're the mediators and liaisons for guilds. Conflicts between guilds are controlled and managed by Escamali, at least on the surface. As a matter of fact, they're not much more than extortionists. When anything happens, they look for someone to take responsibility and then demand a donation to pay for the loss. Things are set up so that the more conflicts there are between guilds, the richer they get. They're an irritating bunch who like to call themselves the Guild of Regulation.
Then why did you make me fight that man? Wouldn't it have been better to make me slip him some money and send him off? Did you—
That's one part of it, but it isn't everything. I wanted to give him some sort of excuse to leave. At least on the surface, they're in charge. He encountered our resistance and was forced to settle things with a fine. That's the way they have to do things in order to make money.
I see. They're very crafty.
Well, every guild has its own way of looking at things.
Is that why these conflicts happen?
Like I said earlier, you don't need to worry. The Magus Covenant doesn't get involved in any of that. Let those dodos battle amongst themselves.
Eleanor, it seems there's a bit of an issue with our magical experiment.
Did something arise during the magical conversion process?
Yes. Please excuse me for disturbing you during your meeting with the guest.
No, things have happened just as they should. The responsibility is mine. Please excuse me, Isabelle, but I have to leave for a moment.
That's no problem.
You should take a look around the laboratory. Feel free to play with anything lying around. See you then.
A look around the lab. Ugh, what an awful tale. I've come to another world, been separated from my companions, and almost lost my will to live. Grimoires, elixirs, and experimental implements. My curiosity's killing me. Well, I did get permission. I'm going to investigate a bit until she gets back. I see. So if I just read this, then... but this book of practical spells seems like it could be tricky to use. Incantations. These are the source of her power. Well, I'll try this. Shard of Shame, Gate of Emeth, water be as blood, branches as bone, honey as flesh, and death as truth. Oh, that didn't feel quite right. But it's probably okay to call this a success.
Isabelle, I'm back.
Welcome back. I was just killing time with some of the materials and instruments around here.
You were creating magical life forms in your spare time? You do seem to have a form of magical genius. However... You seem to have no organizational talent at all. What is the meaning of this?
There's no need to overreact.
Overreact? Why are there books scattered across the floor? There are instruments all over the place.
Don't you think it's a hassle to keep putting them back?
Wait, what do I see under those books? Don't tell me that's a magic circle. You drew a magic circle right on the floor?
Well, yes. Is there something wrong?
I'm about to faint! You! Ouch! Only in the proper soil can the flowers of research bloom! I told you that, didn't I? You!
Ouch! Ow! Stop hitting me!
You! Clean up! Sweep the floor this instant!
All right! Aren't you getting carried away?
No, this is horrible! Terrible! I think I'm going to faint! But before I do, please get rid of that thing.
Isn't that really necessary? I don't think I did such a bad job of it.
It's not only not bad, it's in fact very good. It's tough to think that you made it in such a short time. It's truly lamentable that... You forgot to include the Silver of Reason. It's going to go berserk!
That must be what felt different about it.
I'll say this now. I won't allow you to create any further messes in my laboratory.
Okay, so you don't want a big commotion. Got it. So defeat it nice and gentle, then.
Don't come closer.
It'll work this time, maybe! One little failure's nothing. Cards, heed my will.
I am the harbinger of death.
Face me!
You evade death.
Card powers activate!
Howl, Platinum Chain!
You're done for.
Whatever shall I do? Ribbit, 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 Yuri, yuri, eureka! I take my leave.
It won't be long now.
Let's ring in a miracle!
escape! You're nothing to one who's bested gods!
Let's ring in a miracle!
Recognize this card?
This ends here.
Heading for the finale!
Nice aim
On
you've got!
to the next illusion! Oh! I've been on a roll!
Hey, let's play! Hey, let's play! It'll work this time, maybe!
Atone with your lifeblood!
Cards, heed my will!
My masterpiece is complete!
One little failure's nothing.
Be seated and let the magic happen.
On to the next illusion!
I'm not sure how to feel, making this and then squashing it right afterwards.
Enough of the sentimentality. Wipe it up.
Come on, you really don't need to say that.
Enough already. Are you some sort of child? Hurry up and clean!
Ouch! All right, I get it already. See? All good now.
Nice try. There's still some dust left over there.
People must tell you you're fussy a lot.
And surely, people must tell you your body and mind are slovenly. So listen up. Now that you're here, you're going to obey my rules.
I know. I'm not going to make any more messes.
Even if you need to make any more messes, don't. Only in the proper soil.
Can the flowers of research bloom? I'm tired of hearing that.
You impudent!
No! I only said I was tired of hearing it because it's the truth.
Your magical skills are solid, but you're incapable of anything else. Are all the mages in your world like this?
I don't know, but probably yes.
Well, then in your world, mages are surely called pigs in laboratories pigpens. How utterly hopeless.
What? What's going on?
That gatekeeper was my pride and joy!
Surely you jest. It was most insipid.
Urias Formond. What are you doing here?
Already you know my purpose well. I have come in search of the strong.
So you mean that you'd like to fight with Eleanor Gloria?
It remains to be seen whether this is worthy of being called a fight. I hope it may.
I see. Well, that's most unfortunate.
Oh?
A single glance reveals that you, like Isabelle, have come from another world. Your flesh is clearly not that of a normal person. Fascinating. If such a thing were possible, I'd like to investigate you more closely. The overwhelming power that was able to topple my gatekeeper, this tremble-inducing might, it is fascinating indeed.
So this is your first time seeing a vampire?
A vampire. In this world, they only exist in fairy tales. This is growing more and more disappointing. But still, I'm about to knock you into nothingness. You'll be gone without a trace.
That magic.
Huh? What is this?
You've entered my laboratory without permission. There can be no exceptions to the rules. You shall soon become dust, vampire. Return to the land of fairy tales from which you came.
Ah! Revealing one's techniques would spoil the revelry.
If you already know that, then keep your trap shut.
There's no point in getting in the middle of that.
It's probably going to take a while, so if you don't mind, allow me to guide you through the laboratory.
I'd be grateful for that. Are you sure we don't need to stop them?
We couldn't do that if we tried, and Eleanor seems to be enjoying herself at any rate.
They say you vampires drink blood, but you'll never reach my neck that way. You'd be lucky to ever push me to the ground.
What I feast upon is my own concern. You need only to fall down before me.
That does seem to be the case. I'll follow after you.
Very well. This way. That concludes our simple introduction of the facilities. Do you have any questions?
Let's see. Well, it's not about the laboratory, but...
Please, ask away.
Thank you. About her. For as much as she hates messes and destruction, she isn't holding back.
It's been a long time since I've seen Eleanor like that. Urias is quite mighty.
Mighty? Well, he's certainly in a league of his own. One more thing. There are 4 other guilds like ours, right?
Yes. Nicola Adele represents a slight exception, though.
As far as I can see, all seem very self-centered, including the Magus Covenant. How were you able to maintain any kind of balance?
Were? Don't you mean to say are?
Yes, there's going to be a war soon, she was saying that.
I see. My apologies for going off on a tangent. Allow me to answer then. Simply put, no guild has any intention of disturbing the balance.
How can that be, though? If one guild were to eliminate the others, they'd receive its status, its property, and everything—
The Order of Blade sees justice through, and it values protecting the people. Escamali doesn't have any clear way to battle, so they can't to begin with. Nicola Adele can't be bothered. Counter Solari is the most combative, but since they have few members, they're not generally involved in any large-scale activity.
And what about Magus?
Yes, we have no interest in status or property.
And that's the way that the balance of power is kept.
It is, however, falling apart at the hands of Counter Solari. This is common knowledge.
What sort of guild is Counter Solari?
They are, in a word, assassins. Shadowy figures who kill people for a price. These days, they've become especially active. So much so that the townspeople are getting anxious.
A group of assassins? They can't be left to their own accord.
I've heard that they are skilled not only in the art of assassination, but that they command an extraordinary form of swordsmanship. It sounds as if those two are finally finished.
I'm back.
Well done, ma'am. Isabelle, I take my leave.
Thank you. The information you provided me is sure to come in useful. Are you hurt? Well, knowing you, I'm sure you're fine.
It was ultimately a draw of sorts. Or if I were to speak more precisely, my loss. I should have known better than to let ire and curiosity get the better of me. 2 bookshelves were damaged in the process. 5 whole books were bent, and the pages of one of those were torn. On top of that...
Well, what's done is done, right? What do you say we start experimenting?
Yes, that's the right course of action. And that's exactly what I plan to do. Allow me to say one thing first, though.
Don't make a mess, right?
Precisely. I still can't trust that you won't.
All right. What sort of experiment should we begin with?
Just what you were looking for. The resurrection of the dead. It's a topic that fascinates me as well. Let us go about things in that general way.
Are you sure? You don't stand to gain anything.
No, I stand to gain everything. Your words and actions are all strange and new to me. All shall therefore become my knowledge. Now, if our preparations are complete, let us commence our experiment. How simplistic of you. To draw a soul close, you don't always need an intermediary, you know. You simply have to regulate the summoning process.
Your procedures are too complicated. Even the magical infusion has 10 individual steps.
They're not complicated. They're precise. See, I've put the formula together now.
You should call me efficient, not simplistic. The circle's ready. Pour your magic into it.
1, 2, 3, 4. The pieces don't fit together.
They don't, do they? I'll have to jump in and adjust the magic levels.
Yes. Let's try to improve things by working in unison as a safeguard. Well then, let's chant, Isabelle.
From the abyss show thyself. We call thy lifeless name to bring thee unto us. 4 legs, 2 eyes, teeth, and ears. Felis Sylvae.
It appeared. All right, now bind it in here.
All right.
Well then.
Let's see here.
How could a dog have appeared when we meant to summon a cat? Something in the character of the circle must be fundamentally incorrect. Perhaps if I were to streamline my methods...
It's probably because I'm not used to intoning. My circle wasn't able to keep up with the complexity of the formula either. I need to draw more precisely.
Isabelle, jot out 3 magic circles for me, would you? I'll take care of this thing.
All right, give me some literature on intonation and 3 formulae. Any 3 are okay.
I beg your pardon. Eleanor, the repairs to the laboratory are complete.
Ah, thanks.
There is a matter I would like to inform you of. May I proceed?
Sure. Tell me right here.
Counter Solari seems to be active. It shouldn't be long now.
All right. You're dismissed.
Is something happening with the Guild of Assassins?
It's nothing. All right, so now for the formulae.
Don't you care about this land at all? Don't you want to stop the war?
You just can't get your mind off that, can you? If those dodos want to fight, then that's just what they should do. What more is there to say?
But...
It's a matter of priorities, Isabelle. A war would naturally present problems, such as how we'll no longer be able to focus solely on experiments. However, stopping it would also require time. In that same amount of time, we could complete 100 spells. Don't you think it would be a waste?
You really don't care about anything other than research, do you?
No, I don't. You're just the same, aren't you?
I can't say you're wrong.
Our concentration's been broken. Let us rest for a while. Would you like any tea?
I can do without the sugar, though.
Why is it, Isabelle, that you want to bring the dead back to life?
You're cutting right to the chase?
Conversation is nothing if not sudden. But if you don't want to speak, then, well, keep your mouth shut.
I want to bring back someone I love. I just want to meet him one more time.
You've brought your magic to such heights in the name of a form of greed called love. That's not proper, is it, Isabelle? It's a form of heresy.
Well, yes. At least in the land that I'm from, they say that resurrecting the dead is against nature's order. It's forbidden.
And still you proceed with such great enthusiasm in order to make your wishes come true. There's a chance that the one you love isn't looking for resurrection. And yet you proceed with these forms of heresy.
I wanted to give up, but I just couldn't.
You seek to fulfill your own desires above all else. That is the tale of every mage, is it not? I am a mage, and therefore I am the unwavering servant of my own desires. Why care about this land or its people? I too am a child of men. I had a mother and a father. My mother was an average human, but for some reason she came to bear me, a child who had tens of thousands of times more magic than the average person. My mother was unable to withstand my power, and she drew her last breath just as I was born.
Oh.
My father, well, on the day I passed the entrance exams for the Magus Covenant, his life ended. I joined the Magus Covenant at the age of 10 and became its marshal. It was then that I made a vow.
Sorry, what?
What indeed? Well, at any rate, Isabelle, I act according to my own desires. I don't act for this land.
Sorry for making you speak about something so unpleasant.
I speak of this because I wanted to. Our break is over. Let us resume the experiment. Papa said he was glad that I was born. That even if I took Mama's life, I was meant to be. He was never good at lying. Papa, I'll become a mage second to none. I'll make up for Mama's death. I made this vow before the gates of the Magus Covenant. I hadn't even taken the entrance exam yet. Naturally, I passed, but all the same. Papa, I'm one of the Magus Covenant's... The moment I opened that door, I nearly drowned in the scent of blood. Papa! My father always kept a photograph of my mother with him wherever he went. That's how I knew he loved her. And I knew that that love was making him suffer. Still, to think that one could be murdered by love. Isn't that right, Papa? Mama looked shockingly like me in the photograph, so I loved her. Papa was an inept cook. His food was awful, but it was good enough. I loved him. He was important to me. I wasn't done loving him yet, but if that couldn't happen, then I wouldn't wish for it. But I could make a vow. I killed the one I loved and defiled the one I respected. My life has been a transgression against the order of this world, and so I'll bloom beyond the world's rules and beyond the blue. The number of things that I lost was enormous. Uncountable. What was taken from me was tremendous, and it can't be returned. So the least I can do is compensate. From today, from this moment on, I will be the cosmic flower. I'll bloom proudly, confidently, and I'll display to the world my incomparable value.
Oh, it's no good. Things aren't falling together.
It doesn't seem that they are. We've made correction after correction, and the problems just keep piling up. That is, though, well enough. The answers one finds on the other side of worrying and wavering have a value all their own.
You're right. But we should do something to refresh ourselves. What do you say we go outside?
Huh? What happens if we go outside?
What do you normally do when you reach a dead end like this?
Normally, I don't do anything special. Either change the literature I'm looking at or switch to another experiment.
That won't refresh you at all.
I've never thought that I needed refreshment in the midst of experimentation.
So you spend every waking hour researching or experimenting?
Well, yes. To be accurate, I normally don't sleep very much, though.
You're kidding.
Of course not.
Anyway, let's head out for now. It'll feel a bit different if we're just able to get some fresh air.
That seems grossly inefficient, but I suppose if that's how things are done in your world, there's some value in trying it out. Of course.
Hey, come on already, let's go.
I'm not a child. You don't need to hold my hand.
You can leave the attitude at home. Now come this way. This feels great. Don't you think so?
To be honest, I don't really know. The air in your world and the air in this world surely differ in subtle ways, and it may be that dissimilarity that's causing the difference in our perceptions.
You don't do anything to refresh yourself. You don't sleep. Hasn't anyone said anything to you about that? Like the other people in the Magus Covenant?
I am Eleanor Gloria, the cosmic flower. None dare speak against me.
Ah. She's still young. No, still a child. And yet she doesn't even sleep, let alone do anything to refresh herself. Is she really okay?
Those eyes of yours, Isabelle. Are you worried about me?
Well, yes, I'm a bit concerned.
You're a peculiar person indeed. You're concerned about this land, and you're concerned about me. Why can't you go straight toward what you want?
I wonder. I can't say for sure.
Mother, Father, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for hurting you.
She's not crying because she's lonely. She's crying because her parents are bound to this world. And they're suffering. Did I ever care about how Kyle would feel if I brought him back to life? How he'd feel if I bound him to this world?
It's just like you say. I'm always wavering when it comes to approaching what it is that I want.
Don't you want to bring your partner back to life?
I wanted to do that. I still do, but...
No. This isn't the right way. Move on, Isabelle. Don't look back.
I don't know.
Don't know your own feelings? I didn't know that was possible.
For someone who creates such complicated formulae, you can sure sound simple.
For someone who creates such simplistic formulae, you certainly get deep inside your own head.
Isabelle.
Rowan.
Do you know him?
Yes. Could we have a few moments alone?
Go ahead. I'll be back in the laboratory.
You got here in one piece too, I see.
Yeah. I heard that you were in the Mages Guild and came here.
Do you still want me to kill you?
No. I needed you to see this. I finally understand now. Understand the potential of commanding and controlling the Black Dragon's power.
That's your way of taking responsibility, isn't it, Rowan?
There's no simple way to do that. I'm satisfied with having taken the first step.
But there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that you won't go on the rampage again.
Yes, you're right about that.
Make me believe you, Rowan. Show me your power.
All right, I'll use this power. Not to die, but to live.
Make me believe you.
I fight to live.
Rescuing people's a hobby of mine.
No!
That's it for now!
He's still no match for Mr. Dragon.
Dragon Life Blade. Recognize this card?
You're done for.
Heading for the on to the next illusion!
Still
I've been on a roll!
He's still no match for Mr. Dragon.
Be gone!
I won't let you harm Mr. Dragon.
Oh, what a crowd!
Let me share my wisdom.
It won't be long now.
So it was you, after all.
He's still no match for Mr. Dragon.
Spread your wings, proud and mighty. Spread your mighty wings.
Screw you.
The flames are fading.
Still room for improvement.
Magic is nothing if not superlative.
Behold the true form of this world.
A wand? Pish posh.
Rescuing people's a hobby of mine.
Spread your wings, proud and mighty. Spread your mighty wings.
Was I too easy on myself?
The flames are fading.
It won't be long now.
Intention and ambition are reveal vice.
Rowan, you must have gone through so much in this world to gain powers like that.
I'm sorry. I'm still learning. But I'll...
No, I don't want to see this. I'll end up wanting to forgive you. Forgive you for murdering Kyle. Go, Rowan. I understand now.
Right.
No matter what happens to you, the facts won't change. The past won't change. Remember that. Because if you change, then I'll have to change too.
Finished yet?
Weren't you going back to the laboratory?
I'm not sure about that. I found myself wondering about you. Your bad habits appear to be contagious.
Bad habits? That's a harsh way to put it.
It's a joke. Don't take it so personally.
I know. Do I really look that down?
You certainly don't look happy.
Oh, I'm hopeless. Whatever the people around me do, I just follow along. In so many different ways.
You're suffering so much on account of setting your roots in the ground. You should set them somewhere outside the world. Like me.
Aren't you lonely?
That came out of nowhere, Isabelle.
Conversation is nothing if not sudden.
Lonely? Nah. Even if I were, it would be meaningless.
I don't really know. You might be right.
Surely you're nice and refreshed now, Isabelle. Let's return.
Yeah, let's go. This land, this girl, Rowan. I'm always getting distracted in some way or another. Would you hate me if you could see me, Kyle? Or would you just smile and laugh and tell me I'm being ridiculous?
Your magic's getting a bit rough around the edges, Isabelle. Do you want to take a break?
I should. Sorry.
Something seems to be bothering you. You seem lost.
Really? You can tell all of that just by looking at my magic?
No, I was simply able to read the expression on your face.
You could tell from my face? I like that even less.
There's something you're seeking, and there's something I'm seeking. I'm a mage, and you're a mage. But you worry me. Why's that, I wonder?
I wonder if I'm just weak.
That's what I thought at first. But that's not what I think now. You're strong, you're intelligent, and your magic is rock solid. We're the same, but we're different. Is that the result of our different worlds?
I'm not sure about that. It could simply be a difference between you and I, rather than our worlds. I've always gone too easy on myself. It's been that way ever since I can remember. But especially since I was with him. He fulfilled my every desire. He was all I wanted. Everything that I was with him.
Ah, so you learned how to be this way. Or, I should say, you were taught to be this way.
That might be why I'm lost. No matter how much sadness or hatred is in my heart, I'm still too easy on myself.
If your behavior is learned, mine is innate. This way of life is the fate I was born into. It makes sense, then, that we'd be different.
I know that you're not as soft as I am. You see what you want and you go right for it.
I'm not so sure about that. I simply made a promise. In exchange for the irreplaceable life that I loved and which loved me, I bloom outside this world. In order to make up for the life that I took, I became a worthy flower, and I stand proud to bloom like no other.
I see. So you want to change the world in order to prove your own worth?
This flower has taken 2 lives, each one of a kind. It's only natural that I'm worthy of changing the world. This is the first time that I've spoken of any such thing.
Feeling a bit better?
No, quite the contrary. My heart's feeling heavy, and it's all your fault, Isabelle. What indecorum? What do you want, Counter Solari?
Magus Covenants. Whose side are you on?
Answer wisely or you will be eliminated.
Answer.
You're telling me I'm on someone's side? Pathetic. Such complete idiocy. Don't you know my other name?
Answer, Eleanor Gloria.
In that case, I will answer you as the Cosmic Flower. I bloom for myself alone. Gaze upon me in awe and reverence.
Your actions have been judged hostile, and you will therefore be eliminated.
You worthless descendants of fallen knights! Do you think this flower can be crushed that easily?
I'll back you up. I don't know who these people are, but they need to get out of here.
I'll back you up!
Time to make your choice.
I never got into princess stuff.
Screw you.
The world's mine to conquer.
At the speed of lightning.
No! Unbelievable!
Guided in the moonlight.
I must return back to my homeland.
Great job.
No! No!
I can't lose here. Not like this.
You're done for.
The whispers of the wind.
If you insist, I bloom.
Great job.
I knew that I was bringing a miracle!
The world's mine to conquer.
I'm gonna need your soul. For science.
Get ready.
My blade rends like a dragon claw.
Loud! Stingy.
Guided by the moonlight.
It won't be long now.
Infallible sphere, inevitable victory! A violation of the Gassa. My masterpiece is complete. Buzz off.
I never got into princess stuff.
Mighty Spear of Storms!
Great job.
This will end you.
Here goes everything.
Let me share my wisdom.
The whispers of the wind.
Prosperity upon this land! Prosperity upon this land!
So it was you, after all.
Secrets are locked in this tome. That's fascinating.
The next generation will rise. The next generation will rise.
I shall guide you to glory.
Your sight, my blade. Which is faster?
A prophecy for you.
From the depths of depravity.
Another of God's trials.
Recognize this card? We do not fear death.
Tell your master and tell your master well. Eleanor Gloria and the Magus Covenant will not participate in any earthly wars.
What was that?
There's nothing special to that technique. I simply manipulated gravity and blew them back.
They were from Counter Solari, weren't they? The Guild of Assassins.
Yeah, that's right. I swear, if they have enough free time to try ordering us around, they ought to be going after the Blade Rights instead.
Does that mean that Counter Solari and the others are going to kill each other?
That's a possibility, but not an inevitability. I don't have any other information. Sheesh, you're really concerned about this, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
This is quite a conundrum. This world isn't anything to you. No, wait. That's it, isn't it? It's that if this world falls apart, then your friends here would have no place to go. In that case...
You're not wrong, but there's more to it. It's hard to explain. Even putting my own goals aside, I can't help but worry about things.
All right. I don't get it, but got it. I've got that I don't get it at all. I won't worry and I won't waver. I will bloom as myself. I will bloom as a worthy flower. That I vowed. However, Isabelle, you should worry more. You should waver. The answer that you worry and waver over may be one that greatly surpasses my own. I doubt it, but it's possible.
All right, let's give this a shot then.
I'll clean up the mess that Counter Solari left behind. Please wait for a bit.
This land, that girl, Rowan, and you, Kyle. I don't know what to do about our future together. I know that I won't be able to stay like this for long. Counter Solari, the Order of Blade Rights. The wheels are turning here. I need to worry and I need to waver. I have to find it, don't I? My answer.